Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Today is a no-nonsense recipe. We're doing a pan-roasted chicken with a creamy white wine and mushroom sauce. And yes, it's perfectly keto, it's a great meal for one, and it's even better for meal prep and making a big batch and storing it in your fridge for the entire week. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's go and make that delicious pan roasted chicken with a creamy white wine and mushroom sauce. And I'm calling it that because I really have no other fancy name for it. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's cook. We're going to start with some boneless and skinless chicken leg meat. To this, I'm going to add some olive oil, a good generous helping. And then I'm going to season it with some salt and some pepper. And be generous with the pepper. Then I'm going to add in some fresh rosemary and some fresh thyme. And then just give it all a good mix. Now of course you can use chicken on the bone and chicken with skin even if you like. You can use any kind of fresh herbs that suit your fancy. Anyway, let that marinate for about 10 minutes. The next thing I'm going to do is get my pan on the stove, and I'm using my stainless steel pan, and I'm going to heat up some bacon fat because I had some lying around after breakfast this morning, but you can use butter or olive oil or ghee or even coconut oil, no problem. Once that oil is nice and hot, we're going to pan fry the chicken, and remember, don't crowd the pan. Do 3 at a time, 2 at a time. If you're cooking for one, then just cook well for yourself. But this is a large recipe. You can sort of save it for multiple meals. It's something great for meal prep as well. Anyway, cook that chicken on both sides. And as you can see, I'm a bit of a novice with the stainless steel pan yet. My chicken was sticking a little bit. But nonetheless, I managed to achieve a decent crust on the chicken. And once your chicken is done, take it out and set it aside on a plate. If you're doing it in multiple batches, fry the second batch then. And you want to do this on a medium flame. You don't want to burn anything, but you want to get a nice color on it. Anyway, once you're done frying the chicken, set it aside and on to the next step. In the same pan, I'm going to add in some mushrooms. And I'm using some delicious oyster mushrooms that I've got. You can use any mushrooms that you like. Now I'm going to deglaze the pan with a splash of white wine, and the idea is to get all those lovely brown bits, what we call the fond in cooking, off the bottom of the pan. So give it all a good mix. Make sure you scrape all those brown bits off the pan. Now if you don't want to use white wine, you can just use some water, no problemo. Plus you'll save on a few carbs as well. But I'm just being gourmet and decadent. The next thing I'm going to do is add in some minced garlic because we want a nice garlicky flavor to this. And I'm also going to add in half a stock cube. Yep, this is just a regular mushroom stock cube, and give it all a good mix. Now if you don't have a stock cube, you can just season it with salt and pepper. Alternatively, you can just add stock later to it. Now once the mushrooms have started to get some color on it, now I'm going to add in the resting juices from the chicken. And now we're going to deglaze the pan again, but this time with just some water. This is where the water and the stock cube will sort of get together and become stock. Or you could just use chicken stock or vegetable stock here, no problem. Anyway, give it all a good mix. Now you will cook this down depending on how thick you want your sauce. If you're looking for a thick sauce, then cook this down till it's half the volume. Otherwise, this is fine. We're now going to add in some fresh cream, or as you Americans call it, heavy whipping cream, or as the British call it, double cream. Mix that in and give it all a good mix. I guess mix it in means give it all a good mix. Anyway, I'm going to finish it with some fresh parsley. And then I'm going to add all that chicken back in, just so that it can cook and soak up all that sauce. Oh yeah! Now I'm just being decadent, so I've got some red Leicester cheese from the UK that I'm going to grate over the chicken. And yup, that my friends looks delicious. Now you can give it all a good mix, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add a little more parsley on the top, and then our chicken is ready. And there you have it. Our grilled chicken in a mushroom and white wine sauce is ready. And it looks delicious. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Alright guys, so it's time to taste this delicious chicken and I can't wait. And if you're wondering why I'm using a spoon, well, that's because the gravy that I made, the sauce actually, is a little bit on the thinner side. You can make it thicker by reducing it further, or you could even use something like xanthan gum, which is used as a thickener, but I prefer to leave it as it is. Plus the Indian cream tends to split when highly heated, but if you're using double cream or heavy whipping cream, you should be fine. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let me taste. Oh, I want to get some of the sauce, some of the chicken, and of course those delicious mushrooms. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, this, my friends, is sublime. I mean, it's creamy, you can taste the freshness of the herbs, the rosemary, the parsley, the thyme. The mushrooms are delicious because even the mushrooms got caramelized. The chicken is beautiful. It doesn't need anything more. This is definitely a top like keto dish in my books. I think this can be a regular in your weekly meal plan. Make a big batch of it and just use it through the week. Anyway, enough jibber jabber from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Do make it at home. Take a picture, tag me on Instagram, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Cheers and keep ketoing. Hey guys, if you like Headbanger's Kitchen and want to support what we do, you can pick up a t-shirt. Links are in the video description box below. I'm also a musician and I have a new song out, so you can click here and check it out. If you don't like death metal, you can just watch another Headbanger's Kitchen episode. Cheers guys.